What's going on, Facebook? What's up, YouTubes, Twitter, VolunteerRoadshow.com, and Vol Nation? It's the Sunday after the ball game, Billy. We hadn't had one of these in a while because we hadn't played in a while, but I've got mixed emotions about the ball game yesterday.
Talk to me.
I can't put my finger on it. It's just like, do I feel bad? Do I feel good? We only lost by 12. Did you ever think that we'd be like, I don't believe in moral victories, but we only lost by, 12 points. I'm going to be honest with you, Billy. If I was a betting man, I'd have put the farm that Florida would have covered that 17.5 points.
You're supposed to. You go with the hot team, and, that was a easy spread for them, especially with the Heisman Trophy quarterback, the way he's throwing them. He's throwing lights out. And, 17.5 points, that should have been easy for those guys.
What's up with Vegas?
They love money.
Well, there's an old saying, and I actually heard this in Vegas because I used to drive all over the country. He said, guy told me one time at the slot machine, he said, well, I want you to know something, Sonny. Vegas was not built on winners.
And that's the truth. It hadn't changed. Hadn't changed at all. They give you a little bit and take a lot.
But when I saw that spread, I said, man, if I had some money, which, we ain't got a lot of money, but if I had some, I would have swore that Florida watched the game film of every game we played this year and said, hey, we're just going to go up there, go to the line of scrimmage, yell out to the defense, hey, we got a hot route slant coming across the middle. You can't do nothing about it. And they'd have been throwing slants all day long and beat us like a drum. That's what I thought would have happened. But I don't want to say I feel good about it, but 12 points. There's a lot of Florida fans that I know, because we got a lot of Florida fans on YouTubes. They run in their mouth. And I love them. They're good people. But they said them last 14 points was garbage points, so they didn't count.
Hey,
I said points are points.
Points are points. A loss is a loss. A win is a win. Doesn't matter how many you win by, how many you lose by.
No. Win. A loss is not a loss,
yes,
and a win, no. And a win is win and win. I'm going to bring up a couple words here. 3 words. 96 Memphis game.
We lost.
But we shouldn't have.
Yeah. We accepted it, and we moved on.
All right. Everybody's wanting to know about JG, Harrison Bailey, Pruitt. What was that thing I texted you this morning? Now I'm gonna tell you about this person. This person was running their mouth about JG, and here's what they text. I texted you a screenshot of it. It said, what did it say? It said, maybe our bad offense wasn't all JG's fault after all.
I can't continue to say that, man. I go off what I see. I don't go off of the fairy tale things or what can be or what should. I'm going off what I see, and repetition over and over and over again. It's the exact same thing. Yesterday, for the first time, and I've said it for the first time this season, I actually saw a quarterback that meshed with this offensive line. And I don't know why I didn't even think about this.
It wasn't Bailey.
It wasn't Bailey. It wasn't. JT Stroud. He is what that offensive line needs. And the reason I say that is because he's mobile. I've noticed that he can run up in the pocket and get outside the pocket and get away and make it happen. Because the way our offensive line is right now, we got too many offensive linemen in the quarterback's lap. And
the center in his lap.
Yeah, and of course, everybody always say, where it was a freshman, it doesn't matter. It's a football player. He's out there for a reason. Coach thought he can do it. And
he's a big old youngin'.
Yeah, it don't matter, man. I'm telling you,
hey, 325 pounds is
325 pounds. And I'm telling you, those defensive linemen knew that.
Yeah.
It's when you got a freshman in the game, it's like blood in the water. The Sharks sense it. And they're gonna see if you got a weak spot, and if they're gonna use it against you every single time. But you guys saw it. I don't know. I guess you guys you got what you asked for. You wanted to see Bailey out there. I mean, and he did a good job. He did a good job, guys. But he didn't do anything different than any of the other quarterbacks haven't done all season. Yes, no turnovers. Well, hey, we had that option too, but we never had a chance to see him throw the ball down the field with a good throw. It was overthrew, underthrew, behind a receiver, and I'm not going to go for this that he's a freshman. Freshman, it doesn't matter. You get in the game, it's time to shine. I don't care who it is. Those days are gone. You played enough football your whole life to understand it. And I get, oh, yeah, we threw him out there to the Florida Gators. And that's when you shine the best against the best teams.
Yeah.
Because he had a little bit of 100 yards passing. How many yards did JT have? Over 100 yards passing. And a touchdown. But when you look at it, hands down, JT looked better out of the two quarterbacks yesterday.
I agree with that, and I didn't think I would think that. I didn't even realize until you said something. Who's in the game? Anyway, man, it's kind of warm in here, man. Blue Water Climate Control, they hooked us up in the studios. Mm-hmm. It used to be cold. I'd be up here till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning doing stuff on the computer, and I'd be freezing lately. Mm-hmm. And they come out here and hooked us up, man. Hey, if y'all need something done with your HVAC, your heating, I don't know if are they giving away them free furnaces anymore?
I think they're still going on. I'm not sure if he's, but I think it is.
You need to call them up and tell them Catfish and Billy Ratliff said y'all might be giving away some free furnaces. Blue Water Climate Controlled are veteran-owned, locally owned, and they support UT athletics like nobody's business. They're on the radio. They're on everywhere. And they're helping us pay the rent, too, and helping us out stay warm. And come June, they're helping us stay cold. But anyway, so you agree with me. JT played better than Harrison Bailey. There's some that says that we just need to stick with Bailey and let him grow. But I want to win some football games. And I don't know if we're playing Vanderbilt this Saturday or not, because I've heard there's some scheduling conflicts about some other teams with Vanderbilt and Texas A&M and this and that. And so I'm thinking it's Vanderbilt this Saturday.
I think it is Vandy, because I know that I think Texas A&M is the last game of the season on the 19th, I think.
Anyway, we got Matt7397 says, howdy, folks, over here on YouTube's. My favorite Alabama fan, if you can say that. We got a shirt we need to get him. It says social distancing from what does it say?
Yeah, I think it's like
6 feet away from Alabama fans. But anyway, he says, hey, Billy and Bobby.
How's it going, my man?
Tide rolled last night. Your Tide made me some money. I was worried about they was going to cover the 29 points until about 5 minutes into first quarter. And then I said, man, they're going to cover this.
Did you play my parlay, the 3-teamer that I told you?
No, I didn't.
You know it won, right?
I know it won, but I did not play it. I was going to put a couple bucks on it.
I put it on the air, and I gave you an easy win, Bob.
Yeah, but I didn't feel right about it. I didn't have a feeling. Number one rule in betting, go with your gut feeling.
Yeah, sometimes.
And my gut feeling said, Billy's crazy.
Yeah, and guess what you got out of that?
I'm not any poorer because of it. I'm just not richer because I didn't listen.
Oh, man, I try to help you by turning water to wine.
Mm-hmm. Matt says, I think JT Stroud could be the starter for the rest of the season. Dwayne RTR said South Carolina announces Shane Beamer as head coach Monday. I wonder if he's related to Virginia Tech, old-time coach.
I think I saw
might be his son or something.
I think I saw something that was his son.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that too. Well, you read Facebooks. We're going to be giving away some stuff on volunteerroadshow.com. I'm going to start a profile. I'm going to be giving away some our new live channel, which isn't Volunteer Roadshow because we're splitting up our live streams with our regular recorded videos. We'll be uploading our live shows on Volunteer Roadshow after the game. But we got some issues that we got to stay clean of copyrights and all that stuff, and we use music, so we got to separate our live streams. And we're going to have a post game with Maria Cornelius and former Lady Vol, VFL, LVFL, Alexis Hornbuckle after Lady Vol basketball game, and they play today at 2 o'clock. They play West Virginia. So y'all be looking for that here on Facebooks and YouTubes. They're going to be doing that about 5 o'clock. But anyway, we're going to be giving away some stuff to some subscribers on Volunteer Roadshow and Roadshow Locker Room. I don't know if I have the links in the description, but just search Roadshow Locker Room. You'll find it. Most of you on Facebook's already subscribed on YouTube, but if not, it'll give you a chance to win. VolunteerRoadshow.com. Register for a free profile. You get 20% off of everything in the store on your first order for everybody that joins and registers. So everybody wins. But some of you may win more than others, because I'm going to pick some of you for hammocks, footballs, all kinds of stuff here in just a few minutes. So go check it out. All right. We've established that JT play better. If you're Jeremy Pruitt, who starts next game?
It has to be, like you said,
Coach Billy Ratliff. This is Volunteer Roadshow. We'd like to get a comment from you. Who I'm going to get a microphone. Who starts, this is Sean J. Who starts next Saturday?
Well, Coach, I'm going to tell you like this here. We're going to go and watch the film and see all the good things that happen. We had a good plan together with the two quarterbacks. I mean, I didn't think he would do as good as he did, but he came out and showed out. JT did a good job. Bailey did a good job there, man. We knew he was going to be okay.
Coach.
So what we're going to do is we're going to wait to practice this week and see who
we ain't playing that. Coach, tell me.
Who does the best here in practice, and if they do well in practice, it's going to determine who we start this coming weekend.
Hey, this is not your typical Knoxville News Sentinel. Coach, you need to tell us who's starting Saturday. If today was Saturday, who's starting, Coach?
Now?
Don't be milly-mouthing.
Harrison Bailey.
All right, Harrison. And why? If JT Strout played better.
That's in the game.
Okay.
He didn't do that. We got to develop practice. If we going off of practice last week, we got to stick with the game plan.
Okay, so stick with the game. Okay, that's reasonable. Stick with the game plan that y'all had last week. You're a better coach than I thought. You don't deserve a raise or anything, but you're better coach than I thought.
But now, if you want to hear based off what I saw in the game on Saturday, JT has to start in order for these quarterbacks to be successful with the offensive line that we have. Our offensive line sucks.
They do.
We have a lot of babies. They're still in carriages that cannot get out of that shell yet. And I'm going all the way out with Trey Smith, because he haven't stepped up to his level of gameplay. I haven't seen no nastiness in him, and I blame it on the offensive line coach and whatever the heck they doing in practice. Because if that's what they're doing in practice, why are they starting? Because they're not ready. They are not ready. Yes, everybody, they look good against Florida. No, they didn't, guys. Go watch that game. Go YouTube it and watch the offensive line and not the quarterback. But that's the only thing that everybody's looking at is the quarterback. Nobody's looking at the offensive line. Nobody looking at the receivers. Nobody looking at the back blocking. There's so much that's not working right now. It's not the quarterback, guys. You guys saw it. It's the same thing. Same thing that's going on. You got to get the best part of football corrected before you get that right. The man up front is what's going to make you successful. The front five, the front seven, all of that. If the D-line and O-line sucks, your team will suck. Go ask Coastal Carolina. They are being good up front. Up front. I'm not even going to say the skill players. Because if you see what they're doing up front, the skill players makes it easy. D-line, O-line players would make a team successful.
Dang, somebody asked us if I could guard you for half a second in my prime, and I said, yeah, I was going to have a video. We was going to go out here in the backyard, and I was going to see if I could do Lover's Lane like you did in practice. But after that monologue, I don't know if I want to challenge you, Billy. You just fired up.
Hey, man, I get fired up. That's the most fired up
I've seen you on Volunteer Roadshow.
Like, so this is what fired me up, man, because we got the same recipe and we ain't cooking, though, man. That's the problem. They're using the same recipe week in, week out, practice or whatever they're doing. It's just not working. I'm old school. They say if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Well, it's broke.
But it's broke. It's
broke.
Time to fix it.
It's that flat tire. It's down on the rims.
And then they fired the D-line coach.
Yeah, but I think there was more to it than just.
Yeah, I don't care though. But you don't put that out there like that.
Yeah.
You don't fire the especially if that ain't the part that's on fire. I mean, granted the D-line wasn't doing well when he was there or whatever, but what are they doing now?
Yeah, I say it wasn't doing well, but there was a lot more pressing issues than that D-line. I can't believe I didn't listen to you before the season, Billy. I'm not going to apologize because I don't apologize.
I don't need it.
But you were right.
Well, I mean, I've been.
I wasn't wrong. I just was mistaken. I thought when we had 24 stars on that front offensive line, well, we was the best in the country.
Yeah, I told you about what kind of stars we had. I said we had Looney Tune stars, the ones that's going around our head in that circle, where the coyote fall down and go poof.
Well, you know I'm gonna be running my mouth next year the same tune.
And then Tweety Bird said, "I thought I saw a booty cat."
Read off Facebooks. People, I'm sure they're
let's
chatting.
see who's over here, man.
We do need to start a video series, Bobby versus Billy. It could be like, quarter pitching against the wall. You ever do that in school, quarters? Mm-hmm. Man, I was the king of that. You couldn't even touch me.
I never lost in that either, Bob.
You couldn't touch me on that one.
Never lost in that.
We might have to darts. We got a dart board. Man, we're gonna need to do a series of Bobby versus Billy, and then maybe the season finale. Remember how that video, the guys that lay on their back in the yard and they get up, they say go, and they hit each other. That one guy leveled it. We may do that as a season finale. We have to get an ambulance on standby or something.
Oh man!
Put in the comments section some ideas we can do Bobby versus Billy. I got him on the quarter game. And I've got him on darts. We can do all kinds of stuff.
Haven't played me yet. Darts, they just broke the darts, so I wouldn't play them.
We can get some darts.
Let's see here. So Herbert Bradford said, Catfish, you have to admit, Billy was right. JG let us keep our pride, and that's right. All right, I like y'all. Let's see. Mark Whaley, he said, #freeze warning.
We ain't getting freeze. I'm going to tell y'all the same thing I tell y'all the last 3 weeks. We don't cry bankruptcy and send out a letter to all the employees, say, hey, we can't even pay the light bill. We're so broke we can't even pay attention, and ask for pay cuts, and then turn around and fire Pruitt and have to pay him millions of dollars every year like we've done the brick by brick guy because we're not allowed to mention his name on this show, and then go hire a coach that our fans would want. It ain't happening. So y'all need to stop with that fire Pruitt and hire Hugh Freeze stuff because that ain't happening. It might be a good Christmas wish, like people want this or want that, but it ain't happening. Not next year.
I don't see it happening now. If I can see it happening if next year is like this year.
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see that happening. And I can also see it happening if he lays a goose egg the rest of this season.
Really?
Yes.
Like lose to Vanderbilt.
Yes.
We'd be the first.
I'm serious.
We'd be the first team in Tennessee football history to lose to a team that's got a girl on it.
I'm serious.
If we lost to Vanderbilt.
And the only thing I can think of right now to save his job is COVID-19.
Everybody else had to deal with COVID-19.
So hopefully they just say we will postpone this game to next season. Or don't play it, or that's the only way I can see it. And therefore, he can say, "Hey, well, I didn't get a chance to finish out the season." He might need to call Coach Kiffin and find out what it takes to keep a job or get another head coaching job somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, I would say this though, after the speculations of showing off Coastal Carolina's head coach contract, he's making a little bit under $400,000 a year.
Hey, we got assistants making more than that.
Exactly. So
he's going to be a head coach in Power 5 next year.
He beat
BYU, and I won that bet.
If they really are trying to compete and get coaches, and if it's not a head coach or assistant coach that he can be, because I can see us going to get him. I mean, if he really wants to be in the SEC, I don't see him turning down Tennessee for the offensive coordinating job because that pays double what he's in. But and I like what he's doing over at Coastal because I told you to take Coastal and they actually won last night.
No. Let's set the record straight. I took Coastal before you came up here the other day and said take Coastal. I need some credit on that one.
So here, do you not remember me telling you to take Coastal and Liberty until they lose?
But I wasn't listening. I took it because I looked at the spread. I said, okay, they're playing BYU. They're getting plus 10. I said, dang, that's a good bet.
You also said Coastal is not this highly ranked team in the country.
You're right. I did say that.
So you're contradicting yourself now.
I'm not contradicting myself. I'm just not my statements just don't jive.
So this is what it is. Like, everybody hate to tell people that they're good, they're right and stuff. And I don't need that to pat me on my shoulder because I know who I am. I'm just that confident that I don't like losing.
All right, finish reading off some comments while I look for a winner over here. We got to give something away. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Let's see. Ethan Shelley said, what are your thoughts on how JT did? He did a good job. He did, he's a mobile quarterback. That's what they need for the offensive line that we got right now. Offensive line sucks. We're going to need a mobile quarterback to be successful what they're doing. And I wish they would have did that a lot sooner, knowing that the offensive line is that bad. Because when you have an offensive line that bad, you got to have someone that can run for their lives. Let's see. Herbert Bradford, he said, I want to win some games and don't want to be embarrassed. We
passed that.
I like that, but we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go, guys. Let's see. He said, agree. David, let's see here. He replied to Ethan. He said, Billy Ratliff should be hired as no, guys. I wouldn't take that job if they paid me all the money in the world, guys. Just to be honest. It's just too much that goes wrong with that situation. Because you think of this here. You get the job, get paid or whatever. But now here, I'll tell you this here. Now, if they're going to give me this $60 million buyout plan, I'll take it for 1 year. They can fire me. But other than that, I'm a little too honest with situations. So I wouldn't take that job because there's too much that comes with it. A lot of baggage that comes with it. And the one part of the college football that I don't like is politics. I like to play football, coach football, and football only. I don't mind, going back and forth with the fans, but I couldn't be a head coach, guys. Let's see here. Ash Cusson, he said, UT has only beaten the Gators 7 times since the end of Vietnam War.
Yeah, but well, I've got to say something. I saw that comment a minute ago. But we didn't really start playing them until 90. Once or twice in the 80s, once or twice in the 70s. We just didn't. Florida's just lucky that we didn't play them when they sucked and we were good.
Yeah, well,
we'd have the all-time series. I tell that to Florida fans all the time.
Sean Flanagan, he said, we need to move T. Martin to quarterback, coach. I like the move. I would rather see something different, if that's what it takes to motivate that kid to be better or use his talents. But I still think they're going to need an offensive line and offensive coordinator to cater around that kid. Yep. And see, David Hall said, yep, Winky and Friend need to go. If Pruitt is smart, he would make some changes unless he just want to get fired, which is possible. I think so too. I think he's going to have to make some huge changes on the offensive side of the ball because I don't think if he continue what he has, I don't think the recruits will continue to come offensively because offensively you want to be having fun. You want to make sure the kids are having fun. If the kids aren't having fun and they don't see the teams having fun, they're not celebrating all that, they're not coming to this school.
We need an offensive line coach that's got the mentality and attitude of Chief John Chavis. Will Friend, when we went over to meet him at the coaches meeting, he was just nice.
Oh yeah.
We need somebody that's standoffish and is mean. That's what we need as offensive line coach. Because we need somebody just where they, you know how we've had some of your boys come on and say so-and-so player was a direct reflection of John Chavis, of the coach. Mm-hmm. And it just like transferred to the players. Mm-hmm. We need somebody mean and nasty as a coach on the offensive line because we need somebody that can teach them boys how to maul.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll tell you this
defensive tackles. Because them defensive tackles, they know how to cheat.
Yeah, because the thing is, I don't know how they're coaching over there, but I'm quite sure they're in their tails in practice. But it's not. It don't take, the chewing out all the time in practice. Like like we got chewed out in practice, but we didn't get chewed out until we did something that didn't work in practice. Like if coach told us to step left or step right, and we went the opposite way that he told us, we getting our tail chewed out. And when he chew our tail out, you got 10 other dudes chewing our tails out. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't just the coaches. I mean, our players. We had 11 coaches 12 coaches on the field at the same time.
Yeah,
the D coordinator and the 11 coaches that's playing it, because all 12 of those guys knew everything everybody on that side of the ball did on defense, whether it was the corner, the safety, the LBs, D-line. We knew all that. And I don't know if they're teaching that anymore. I like to know what's going on back here. I like to know if he messes up, what I need to do to help him or whatever. There's so many things that I don't see. It's the awareness that what I don't see on our defensive line right now too. I mean, they may be stepping where they go, where the coach told them, but if things shift on offensive line and where they go is changes, they got to redirect and go a certain different way. And that's what I don't see. They're not. I see the effort, but I don't see the awareness.
Yeah.
And then here, I'm gonna give you an example of awareness when I'm talking about, Bobby. When you're driving your truck down that hill, and if your truck is sliding left, you need to go right to get it back on track. I'm just saying though, you got to go a different situation. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna keep going left and go off the road.
Yeah.
So with that analogy, that's what our defensive line is doing. If they do a twist and the D tackle comes around where he's supposed to switch with the defensive end, but if the play is going the opposite direction, now he has to redirect and go a direction where the play is going. Don't keep going out there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. There's different situations. Like I was taught at a young age, do what coach tell you to do first, that first situation. But after that, you're on your own. You got to go make a play. You got to go find the ball. You got to go do this here. You don't continue to do something else like a robot. You got to be a human being as well. And that's what I don't see. I don't see that awareness. That's what we're missing. The awareness is where you find your dogs at. Mm-hmm. That's where you find those guys at.
Well, to answer your question, it depends. If you ain't got no brakes and you're going slow enough, you jump out.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on how steep the hill is. But I ain't ready to jump out of the bus yet. We're over here on YouTube. I got to give something away first. What was it? Over here, volunteerroadshow.com profile member, Running Bear. Email me from the email address you signed up for, and you get a free Tennessee rubber football. These things are pretty nice, good little backyard footballs. We'll send it to you.
We got it. 58.
I said, why didn't I put more money on that?
Well, I sent you what I put on it.
Oh, well, I didn't have that much money. Anyway.
You would if you did what I told you to do yesterday.
Yeah, email Bobby C at volunteerroadshow.com or Billy Ratliff at volunteerroadshow.com, and we'll give away a couple more on here in just a minute. But finish reading. I see a lot of questions over here on Facebook, and I'm going to read YouTube's, and you finish up Facebook. Chase Talent says, I don't think we got the money to fire him. He says same thing I did.
Yeah.
And Dwayne RTR says Tennessee's in a tough spot. Will cost a ton to buy out money. You're right that. Let's see. Basically, everybody's saying the same thing. Somebody says, hey, Billy, how about D-line coach? If Pruitt does go by chance, I wonder if Chaney would go too. That's Shane Bentley, a Georgia fan.
He's gone. If Pruitt, if he's gone too. I would say they would clean house. I seriously think they would clean house, and they probably keep the coaches that took the pay cut.
Yeah. All right. Well, you read off Facebook, and I'm going to go ahead and put a link for our new live channel in the Facebook chat while you're reading, so people know where they can join and for a chance to win.
Really more questions. That's it. Sean Flynn said, when we played Billy Ratliff, our
That's
coaches,
one of your boys.
And our coaches and all us players had a win at all cost mentality. I haven't seen that this year. Well, Sean, man, it's been a while since we've seen that, man. It's been a while since we've seen that. I hadn't seen that in a long time as far as, the guys going out there and seeing the confidence. Didn't matter who they was playing, whether they number one or they wasn't ranked. It didn't matter, and I don't see that, and that's, you're right, that's what they're missing. And until they get that back, it's going to be tough to overcome. It's going to take a coach to come in here and just teach them and make them motivated to believe in themselves again. Because that's what it takes. And football is more motivation than anything, guys. It's, when people say mentally, whatever, I mean, we playing football, guys. We know we got one job to do as a player is do what coach told you and go make a play. After that, you're on your own. But until we get that mentality of a winning mentality, it doesn't matter if you don't have the kids to do it. And I'm serious, guys. I mean, it doesn't take rocket science to teach kids how to play football. I'm not sure what our coaches are doing, but they got some work to do, and they're going to have to make some changes. And I can't keep saying it enough.
Well, Casey Campbell over here says fans are more upset with Pruitt than they were Butch Jones. O-line still soft, and defense looks the part, but not just getting it done, more on a persistent level. Garantano put us in a hole and we can't dig out. Failed season. Ethan Shelton said a receiver opted out last night. What was that about?
Which one? I don't know.
A receiver opted out. What, out of the season or what?
I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know, but we need to get out of here because I'm going to stream the Titans game here in a minute, and you got to go pick up Isaac.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let me give something away over here on YouTube's again. A subscriber. I'm going to do that. We're going to get on out of here. And let's see. How do we do that? Do you remember? Okay, here we go. Vols for Life 16. Email Bobby C at volunteerroadshow.com. You get a free Tennessee face mask. And we're going to get on out of here. All right. Y'all know what's coming next. Thanks for tuning in. Go Vols. I think Harrison Bailey's going to start at quarterback this Saturday. I promise you that.
Yep, I think so too.